on, everyone? It's Jacqueline here from Nothing But Tech. Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're talking about the iPhone XR. So I already filmed this video actually, like at least the unboxing section, and the camera completely missed focus. So that's a disadvantage of using an 18-35 on a Sony camera. But I'm gonna try to interslice whatever I can, like the little peeling stuff, if I can, if it's salvageable. But I'm going to do a first impressions video. So this video has kind of changed many times throughout the day. Originally, I wanted to do a day in the life. That kind of didn't go well because there was this day has kind of been crazy with work and travel and all that kind of stuff. So I apologize. But what I'm going to do in this video is just do a first impressions. And then I am going to have like a day in the life review and camera comparison stuff coming. So I apologize. I wanted to get some content out on this phone. And I'm also a bit sleep deprived because this entire month I haven't gotten to bed before like 12, and then I'm getting up like really early every day. So yeah, again, I'm sorry, but I still think it should be a pretty cool video, so definitely stay tuned. Yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, so iPhone XR. It's an interesting device, right? People are calling this the budget phone of the year, and I feel like, and a lot of you guys feel like, no, that's not what it is, right? So it's $750. By no means is that budget, but it is the budget iPhone of the year, and it is a budget flagship of the year because most flagships are like $1,000 this year. So by that comparison, being like $250 less, it is a budget flagship, but it's not a budget phone, and I feel like that's a pretty clear distinction, because you can get like Android phones that are really good for like $300 or $400. But this is a cheap iPhone, which means a lot of people are going to be buying this as their iPhone this year. All right, so a couple things to note right away. It comes in 6 really sexy colors. I got TLD blue here. The one color I would love them to have is NBT pink. Like, where is that at? But this blue, it's deep. It's beautiful, right? Like, I am a fan of this one. Yeah, I'm obviously really hyped for this color. Like, I was exhausted 10 minutes ago. I got this out of the box, and now it's like a whole new energy in me. We got aluminum rails that color match it, so that's the first difference between this and the XS. The XS has stainless steel, which means it's a little heavier, it's a little more durable. This is aluminum, so it's a little bit lighter and possibly a little bit less durable. But they color matched it really, really nicely, and I think it accents the glass on the back really well. The phone is also in between the XS and the XS Max in terms of size, and I feel like it's honestly kind of the sweet spot where it's still one-handable, but it's a big screen, and I feel like I can get media done on it. It's got the notch again, and it also has thicker bezels, and that's because it's an LCD display and not an OLED display as found on the XS, so Apple was not able to make the bezels as thin. I feel like with a case on, though, you're not really going to notice it too much. Like, I definitely can see it, but if you didn't have a XS before, I don't think you're going to be like, those bezels, though. Like, I feel like you're going to be like, all right, those bezels aren't ideal. Throw in a case, use the phone, be all good. Also, the screen is a sub 1080p display, which is a big talking point of this year, but it's really, really well color calibrated, and it's also really bright, so it looks pretty good. I can definitely see the pixels when I'm looking for them, I'm not gonna lie. And I obviously need more testing with it, but just like looking at the settings and how to set up Face ID, yeah, like the text does not look as sharp. Like when you pick up like a XS or a Note 9 or a Pixel 3, it's a really sharp display. That's not the impression I'm getting here. What I'm more so getting here is, oh, it's a really color accurate and nice looking display in terms of that. It also has Face ID this year because there's no home button, which means all the newest iPhones do not have a home button anymore. It's all swipe gestures. And I'm actually getting prompted to set up Face ID right now, so I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Look, spin your head around like a maniac for a couple seconds. Look really dumb in front of the camera, and you should be good. Nope, another round. My neck. It's like, can't take this. All right, there we go. All right, it says it's set up. That was really it. I'm now gonna set up a passcode. Don't tell anyone, but we're gonna make it all the same number. Pulling a Kanye West here. I'm looking at the screen, and like I was saying when I was setting it up, I don't see like a huge, it doesn't look extremely sharp to me, but it doesn't look bad when I'm just like looking at it, and I feel like the average consumer won't know to look and like compare it to the XS, because the second you see a XS next to it, it's like, wow, the screen is not that sharp. And I think it's most prevalent in apps with a white background, like when I'm on Safari and I'm reading an article or something. Then I feel like you can see it a little bit more. Like for the most part, the screen actually looks pretty good in terms of like color accuracy and brightness and stuff. Like I was on like 20% brightness and it felt fine in this room. Turning that down a little bit again. Swipe gestures on here are the same as the XS, and they feel really good as well. So I'm just like swiping around just to see like fluidity and stuff. Also, the camera, there's only one on the back. You may have noticed that. So there is still portrait mode here, but it's a people-only portrait mode, which means that I'm gonna have a really hard time demonstrating this, but I can do a portrait selfie because that is available too. But like with portrait mode, like you could take other stuff and it doesn't work as well as a person, but like you can take it. This, it uses all software, kind of like Google, but Google can take objects. This can only take people, but I feel like that's the main use for portrait mode anyways. So I'm actually going to take a portrait selfie right now, just so we can kind of get a sense of what it looks like. But the camera in the back is the same as a wide angle camera in the XS, which means you are going to be getting pretty awesome photos. But yeah, let's take it. So I definitely have to hold it decently far away to get it wide enough. But it looks pretty good. Edge detection looks pretty good. It blurred out some of the bottom of my hair. You know, they look pretty good. I look high-key exhausted, but they look pretty good. Other things that I want to talk about in this initial impressions video is just like the sheer form factor. This really feels good in one hand, actually. So talking on the phone, do we even still do that? Typing, it all feels good. I'm going to open up a keyboard just because it's going to be bigger and more spread out than the XS, so let's just see. Yeah, you know, it's nice. Like, using this, it's a nice size. I really appreciate it. Things that I want to test in the full review are the following. Battery life, because I feel like it's going to be pretty excellent on here because the screen is, like, low res in comparison to the XS. Camera quality, how does it perform? It should be really good for wide-angle stuff and regular photos, but how does it perform next to the Pixel 3 or the iPhone XS? For portrait mode and stuff like that. Durability and stuff, hopefully there's not a drop test or an accidental drop test, but just like overall using it. How is the screen? Do I get used to the resolution? Stuff like that, and if anything else pops up. But let me know what you want to know about the XR in a comment down below. Smash the like button if you enjoy this one. I appreciate you guys checking it out. Subscribe right here so you don't miss any other content. Check out my other content right here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye!